Hello everybody, this is Tank from Tank & Company TV. I'm back with another video to show you about Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz is named that because it sits in the middle of the Everglades swamp, about 50 miles west of Miami. Everywhere outside the fence line, it's infested with alligators, pythons, pretty much anything that wants to eat you. This facility is meant to house illegal aliens as well as aliens that have violent criminal history against American citizens. They are housed in this facility as they seek their due process. This facility was built within days, and it's a pretty incredible facility if you really look at it for what it is. It's for a 2-week period after the ICE agents have identified this criminal element with search warrants. With that said, here is the video and we'll discuss it as it goes.
The conditions that we saw inside this internment camp, which it is nothing less than that description, were...
Let's pause right there. This is not an internment camp. An internment camp is a facility to house people, whether they have committed a crime or not, based on their beliefs, gender, race, or some other outlying factor that is indiscriminate. These people that are housed in this facility currently are very hardened criminals. Let's keep going and watch this video.
Were really appalling. These detainees are living in cages.
This is a total cruel political stunt meant to have a spectacle of political theater.
We saw humans being held in cages.
It is as bad as it can be.
A jail, by definition, is a cage. Having people in this facility held because of their illegal activity is absolutely called for. I don't know how these people can spin things and make things sound like these people are not dangerous and should be taken off the street. This facility also has air conditioning as well as other things that most maximum security jails just do not have in the state of Florida. Let's continue with the video.
Oh my God. Democrats lawmakers making their message clear after their visit to Alligator Alcatraz last weekend. Florida GOP Congresswoman Maria Salazar was also there. She joins us now to set the record straight. So you went to there, actually the same day. You talked with some of the inmates. What did you learn?
Well, I wanted to talk to them, and I thought that it was a mistake from the authorities not allowing us to talk to them. I was able to shout in Spanish. There were like around 40 of them in shackles, and I tried to talk to them and ask them, and one of them said, and I asked them, how are they treating you? And one of them said, pretty good. The other one said, not so bad. But I really wanted to engage. They did not let me, but I did go in one of those cages. And of course, no one likes to be inside a cage. But I want to tell you that the cages were clean. I sat in one of the beds. They were soft. They had 3 metal toilets with a little, like a little wall to cover people when they're doing their business. Mm-hmm. They had 2 telephones where they can call their attorneys or the loved ones. Then they took us to another recreational area, also caged in. No one likes to be in a cage.
Let me reiterate what she said. Nobody likes to be in a cage. But looking at this facility, it does have a concrete floor, walls, and as I said before, it has the air conditioning, chairs, tables. They are very basic. However, they are there. And in a facility that is meant as a detention center, this is the kind of thing that you should expect. You're not going to get frills. You're not going to get a couch. You're not going to get your own bedroom. Those kind of things just aren't reality for people that commit crimes.
Of course, with a little, with some grass where they could run or do some exercise. There were
And that right there, look at the picture in the background. That is the actual medical area where you can see the blood pressure cuff in the background and a computer to document any kind of medical issues. Let's move on.
Or is another area where they are Bibles in Spanish. I reached out and I saw that there were Spanish Bibles and other types of religious material. Another area where they can be sitting with their attorneys. I mean, I can tell you on and on. So it meets the highest standards for any federal facility of this type.
I've been to a ton of prisons, jails as well. This sounds like the typical facility. Alex Padilla, he's a senator. He's one of your colleagues on the other side of the chamber. He says that this is racial profiling that's going on, though. Let's listen.
What if I was outside of Home Depot, because I like to do some work around the house, not dressed in a suit? Would I be a target of ICE enforcement?
No, you wouldn't. ICE enforcement right now is working on warrants against people that have criminal backgrounds. That's how ICE is determining who they go after and why. You at Home Depot would not be engaging with ICE officers unless you had a rap sheet or you were considered an illegal alien and a known illegal alien by name and by description. Let's move on.
Under Tom Homan, probably. And it's just wrong. It's not just due process rights that have become the concern, but racial profiling. If you're a member of a working class immigrant community and you see unmarked cars roll into your community, people getting out of those cars.
You see unmarked cars in every community, not just immigrant communities. You see unmarked cars right down the street here. And you can be pulled over, and if you don't have your documentation, like your registration and insurance, yes, you will be pulled out of your car because that is another illegal act. So don't dress this up just because it has to do with immigration and people. It has to do with, did you break the law getting into this country or did you not break the law getting into this country? There are millions of people in this country that work hard to get to places and do the right paperwork to be immigrants in this country and a path to citizenship. So please don't read us this contrived example because it's so transparent and ridiculous that it just doesn't hold water. Let's move on again.
With no identifiers that they are law enforcement and literally not just detaining, in your mind, maybe kidnapping.
I mean, you can see on their vests where they say federal law enforcement. Do you believe that there is racial profiling going on and that there's targeting innocent people?
Well, I believe that after the border has been sealed with the BBB, $150 billion that we have assigned, I think the moment now is to have that national conversation and determine who are we going to be targeting. I do believe that the president promised that the illegals who are criminals were going to be kicked out of the country. Now there is another mass of people who most of them are Hispanics who have been here for more than 5 years. They have been contributing to the economy, who do not have a criminal record. And those people are the ones who deserve some type of dignity. And for that reason, I'm introducing today, so I thank you for the opportunity, immigration reform. A GOP member of Congress is going to be trying to give dignity, not amnesty, to those people who deserve to stay and continue contributing to our economy.
So what is that?
Absolutely. This is exactly what we need. We need somebody to be strong and give the people that do not have a criminal record and do not have a bad past and work in this country and contribute to this country and pay taxes in this country. Those people need to have a way to citizenship. It doesn't need to be easy, but it needs to be clear how these people can work their way into a position where they can gain citizenship in this country and be a citizen of this country, be part of this country, and assimilate to the characteristics of this country and add to the beauty of this country. Let's continue.
That bill mean? Because you know there's a lot of people that understand that point of view that you want people to have dignity in the country, but they broke the law coming into the country, and so they don't want a reward to happen. What does your bill do?
And I think that's a fantastic question.
Absolutely.
They did break the law. They are illegals or undocumented, but they have been here for more than 5 years, contributing to the economy. Those people, someone gave them a job, and they are needed because we need hands in order to continue being the #1 economy in the world. So why don't we do something Solomonic? And let's break the baby into two. No path to citizenship in my law, no amnesty, no path ever. Just bring them out of the shadows, make them pay a fine for 7 years. That is billions of dollars to the Treasury. Make them give us 1% of their salary over 7 years. No federal programs, no health insurance. And then they can go back home for Christmas. They can come back, continue working, buying homes, paying taxes, and contributing to the economy. Because the reality is, and the president said it, that there are 3 main industries, construction, hospitality, and agricultural, who need hands, and those hands are there. So why don't we just make this transparent? And that's it, and that's introduced today.
I'm already over time. I only got about 10 seconds. Have you talked to the president about this bill? Does he support this?
The president has supported it through his tweets. We're going to be introducing it today in Congress, and then the national conversation starts today, right after I introduce this bill in Congress.
All right, Congresswoman, I look forward to the debate. Democrats could have did this as well. The president likes making a deal, so I look forward to seeing it. Thank you so much for joining the program.
Okay, the one thing that I disagree with this Congresswoman is the fact that these people have been here contributing. They do deserve a path of some sort to citizenship. As I said before, it doesn't need to be easy, but there needs to be a path where you can move from A to B and start and pay these fines and do the work and pay the taxes, but at some point in time down the road, work into a place where they can become a citizen. That's where I see this going, and I hope that they can add to this bill that little change to make it truly a bill that people can get behind, both sides of the aisle, and allow the people that are contributing to the United States to have a way to become citizens eventually. That's the only difference that I see. Well, with that said, I am done for today, but thank you to everybody for watching. I hope you guys can like and subscribe so I can continue doing this. Also, please, if you could, leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel, and I really enjoy engaging with you guys on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and X. So I will leave the description to my socials down below, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. You guys have a great day. Good night.